The Athletic released an article asking a bunch of talent evaluators, scouts, executives about Pete Alonso's future value, what their forecast is, what they see happening, their predictions for that. 8 scouts and executives across the league, how they would forecast his next handful of seasons. They do think he'll still be able to provide some power through at least his age 33 season. So he's going to turn 29 or 30 in December. Is that it? He's going to be turning 29 or 30. So we do have like 3 or 4 more seasons of like, we can be somewhat confident that he's going to hit at least 30 home runs each season. Anything less than 30, you're kind of like, whoa, Pete, are you getting enough sleep? So the evaluators mostly expressed some skepticism about Alonso's mid-30s outlook. So once he hits 34, 35, 36, currently ranks 3rd all-time in home runs by a player through their first 5 seasons, behind Ralph Kiner and Albert Pujols, but Alonso has played fewer games than both of those guys. So that's some historic shit right there. I don't know how you overlook that. However, studies on isolated power, which measures the batter's raw power by showing how many extra bases a player averages per at bat, indicated that a player's peak power performance arrives during their early to mid-20s with a swift decline after 30. And Alonso was questioned about his age, which you should never ask a slugger. Don't you know that? You never ask a slugger his age. Alonso, I guess as the kids say, clap back. He responded by listing guys, power hitters in their 30s, early to mid 30s, late 30s that have debunked that myth, or that he doesn't subscribe to that. He doesn't believe in that stigma. Freddie Freeman, 34, posted a higher OPS in his 30s than he did in his 20s. Joey Votto hit 36 home runs in 2021 at age 37. Paul Goldschmidt won the Most Valuable Player award in 2022 at age 34. Alonso wants to age like a wine, not like milk. Hell yeah, bro. You are a fine, goofy ass wine. Like your Franzia. And I'm cool with that. I like to slap the bag, my dude. He also wants to improve. He wanted to improve on 3 specific counts that he faces: 2-0, 3-1, 3-2. And he succeeded in those areas. His SOPS plus, which works like OPS plus, but takes a player's OPS, compares it to league average, sets it at 100, but for a specific split, right? So on 2-0, he went from an SOPS plus of 91 last season to 237 this season. On 3-1, it went from 27 to 182, and on 3-2, it went from 91 to 122. So yeah, taking advantage of favorable hitter counts, 2-0, 3-1, and then really stepping it up when it comes to pressure situations, 3-2. His chase rate dropped in 2023, but his strikeout rate did climb to 22.9%. The first time it surpassed 20% over a full season since he was a rookie in 2019. His walk rate stayed at 9.9%, right in line with his career norms. His defense is improving as well. His outs above average went from -8 in 2022 to 0 in 2023. So it's a big step up. He's talked about how he wants to win Gold Gloves, and I'm here for it. Attaboy Pete. It's good to have goals. One evaluator went as far as comparing Alonso to Hall of Fame third baseman Mike Schmidt, who hit more home runs and slugged at a higher rate in his 30s than he did in his 20s. And predictions for this year, projections. MLB Trade Rumors projected Alonso to earn $22 million through arbitration. Fangraphs Zips projection said he should hit at least 35 home runs with an OPS of around 850 in each of the next 2 seasons. Oh, mwah, 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 mwah. Why wouldn't you sign this guy to a long-term contract? So you figure, I was thinking about this, like, okay, double the 22 million and pay him that for the next, through his age 34 season. Is anyone like concerned about that? Like, just give her, they kind of put themselves in a corner after, all the dead money they're giving away with Escobar and now Verlander and Scherzer and McCann still. Sucks. So it's like, I know money is no issue, but at the same time, it still kind of limits. It'd be nice to have those off the books so that you could at least invest more in Alonso in the shorter term. because I know that he wants longer term, 6, 7, 8 years. And it's just like, while I think I'm not completely opposed to the longer term deal. He's a power hitter, and power hitters tend to fall off. But then you look at someone like Nelson Cruz, who are like, we can't sign, like 9 years before, 7 years before he actually retired or is thinking about retiring. Is he still playing? I think he's still playing and still DHing and still hitting home runs. So it's like, he does have, I know he wants to continue to play first base. He wants to get that goal at first base. I'm pulling for you, bro. But odds are National League is the DH. So like maybe his future, like the last portion of his future is just DH. And if he knows that, and he's a hard worker, there's no doubt about that. So I think if he focuses all his energy on that, I could very easily see him playing to age 38 and being still productive. And by productive, I mean, if he's your DH and he's still giving you 20 plus home runs and let's say 70 plus RBIs, that's still a win to me, because if he's doing that age 38 and he's still on the team and doing that, it means he's done some good shit before that. He's gotten some grace. So, and also he's signed up for 7 years, 8 years, and he plays his balls off those first 4 years and gives you like silver slugger type output all 4 years, and you make the playoffs and maybe even throw in a World Series win there. That last 4 years of the contract, that's just like a victory lap. It's just like, we're just going to, we're going to every season just, we're going to run the highlight reel for you. I don't think he would completely phone it in, obviously, but I don't think you have to worry as much. It's these next, like I said, if these evaluators are true, the scouts, executives are talking the truth, speaking the truth, then age 33 season. So we have 3 or 4 seasons. So let's think about like almost giving him per year, what was that 6, 7, 8 year annual average? Jam that into a 3 or 4 year average. Cause then you pay it, you take your medicine, and then you can get it off the books. But there's only so much money to go around, dude. It's like, that's the other issue is like you do want to make sure you give him his flowers, his due. But at the same time, you also don't want to like limit yourself in terms of what you can do in free agency and whatnot. So I think, he probably, I don't know that he gets extended, but he has another stellar season. Does the price go up again? Like, yeah, you can get him on arbitration for 22 mil this year, but then you could have got him for blah, blah, blah million. And it just goes up if he has another amazing season. So, my thoughts. Extend him. Don't trade him. I want him to be a lifelong Met. I want his number retired. I want him Mets Hall of Fame. And then I want a serious consideration for the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. That's the kind of love I have for Pete. And that's what I hope for him. And that's what all Mets fans should hope for, right? Come on.